no shit, I need this. I need a nice warm bed instead of sleeping on a flat slab. But I got to worry about right now in the situation I'm in. So stop talking about this in the future, need this as pie in the sky and it'd be ideal what I need. I need this here. It's getting winter. I'm getting freezing. Anybody getting some building material yet? No. I'll either be a man and freeze out there and die, or I'll make it, as God says.
I owned my own 140-acre farm in Watkins Glen and was a renowned barbecue chef. I'm here because I took a prescription drug that gave me epilepsy and complete amnesia. I'm not the one that can answer all the questions. I'm just one that's been from one extreme in life down to the other, and they both scare the hell out of me.
Didn't care about life. In and out of jail. Straight from my wife, straight from my kids. Before, it was like, when am I going to get my next beer? When am I going to get my next bottle? When am I going to get my next joint? I don't care about what you think. I'm going to do what I got to do.
So I'm in a situation where, yeah, every day is a struggle, even every day to get a cup of coffee. If we don't put stuff away, the raccoons tear it all up through the night. If it ain't field mice and squirrels eating me up, it's cockroach stealers. And right now at my age, being I'm already worked my life and I'm just already getting older and hurt and all that in so many places, that no matter what I've done, it's all been in vain. But other people got the money of it, and I'm just going to die in obscurity.
We don't want to see anybody suffer. But it's like pitting two dogs over a bone. They're gonna fight. And you're hearing the roar from the fight coming out. You can't see down into the pit, but you guys feel the vibrations of what's going on in your country and in your town and what's going on in your own hometowns. You see what's going on. I live in what they call the Red Dragon. I don't want to bother the landlord with that, but it's a well-known drug house in Ithaca. It was the only place Red Cross and DSS and Tompkins Community Action could find a place for me to live.
I was in halfway houses and rehabs, but I was forced, and I didn't let them fully help me. You know, I didn't accept who I was.
They want you to fill out paperwork this big, and they start asking personal questions about your mother. So there goes any help. But I'm not going to go through that kind of paperwork to suck state help. That's all there is to it.
The folks that are here at the Salvation Army, they have wonderful hearts. They're working very hard at a problem that's probably 75 times worse than they can handle or they're able to take care of right now.
Well, the Salvation Army is a church, but it's a church with a very strong emphasis on social service. So, you know, we do your typical teaching and preaching the Word of God, but then we do a whole lot of feeding the poor and helping people who are down and out in various ways.
They run a food pantry here, and you can come once a month. The food pantries are regulated here in the area. You come once a month for your food basket, and then they offer our brothers and sisters table, which is a Saturday lunch and a Sunday dinner.
Many times we'd go out and we'd feed mass quantity of people, and spend short quality of time with each of them because we're feeding so many. But then I kind of changed it around and I started spending more quality time with less quantity of people, because I saw that what really imparted people, yes, giving them food was great for the moment, but when you came around these people and made them feel human and made them feel like they had value again, that's when they started to get the self-esteem to rise up out of their ashes. And so that's what I endeavor to do now. I try to become friends with them and make them feel human again, because a lot of people out there in the streets and in the woods, they feel subhuman, they feel like nobody cares, and I've seen the power of just a few people caring change their lives.
John is a new pastor here.
Okay.
I've worked with him. I think he's cool. He's somebody that's pretty on the level with the people. He's not very far removed from us. He does sympathize with what we go through, and he is very active.
John is mighty helpful. The problem is, though, I mean, actually, John can only do what he can do.
Last year, Arthur said he lived in a hole out in the country, and you know how cold it was last year. And he was out there, and he was back in the jungle this summer and fall, and I tried just to befriend him. I'd see him here at the soup kitchen.
That's it? That's it?
You're right.
No, you're good.
Here we go! Woo! Perfect!
Early stages, it was kind of a grassroots kind of a thing where I would just go and build relationships with the homeless people in the community. And that was, you know, that was a large part of the 4-year process, I guess you would say. It took a few years to gain the trust of a lot of the homeless people to where they would accept help and really believe that someone wanted to help them, you know, out of homelessness. So that was the bulk of the time. Building the cottages really wasn't. I mean, they go up pretty quickly, and that's really the minor part of helping the homeless is really, people think that, oh, it's just getting them into a home or a house or whatever, but that's really the minor, and that's the least of the work. It's the work up to it, you know, that is the hard work.
Well, all right, number one, Carmen Gee is a great person. He's a great guy, but they want you to live in a closet. And to me, a 12 by 12 room is a closet. How do you make it of your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen?
I was the very first resident to live in these cottages. I consider myself the what do you call it, the resident advisor, like you would be in a college. And everybody here, I talk to everybody. And there's a few people here that I have a hard time with, going, boy, he's like this, he's like that, but I have to look at it and say, I was like that once.
So we kind of stumbled onto this housing first thing, where we just take guys, put them in a safe, warm place, and they respected it. I mean, it was like they stopped drinking. They stopped. I mean, we didn't. And up front, I told them, I said, you know, you can come here, but I don't want you to drink and do drugs. It was not, you know, they didn't sign anything. They didn't. It was just like, I'd appreciate it if you didn't do these things. And they appreciated that, and they didn't. So you know, slowly they stopped. You know, and it wasn't right away, but slowly they stopped drinking. They stopped using drugs. They started to go to appointments they needed to. We're walking through life with these guys. We're doing life with them, and we're the support mechanism.
But ever since I've been here, and I've been shown mercy and grace, the gratitude gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And ever since I've been here, I've been giving back to the community, cooking, cleaning, doing whatever they need to do. I do it, and things are getting better. And I'm working, and I'm sober, so that's a good thing.
We have 6 cottages that we have residents in now. These 3, one of them that we're in now, will be done before Thanksgiving. So we have 3 more we'll be able to give homes to before Thanksgiving.
And that's the whole story with Arthur. He's been out there in the woods for years, and it's taken a while but many people coming around him, surrounded with love, and now he's willing to get out of the woods and have a roof over his head.